What's going on, everybody? It's Glenn for the latest news. And if you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We're going to get into SmackDown this past Friday. Sorry for the late review, but better late than never. No order here. Just going to talk about how the show was. You missed the show. You didn't really miss much. It was a live show. Pretty much setting up towards the Rumble. For the big names and stuff like that. We started the show off with KO. KO was out there with the legend on Rey Mysterio. He was pretty much saying, you need to choose me if you win the Rumble Rey. But Rey pretty much said, yo, you're not the champion right now. But if I do end up winning, I would definitely, and if you win your match at the Rumble, I would definitely choose you. That pretty much what that was all about. And they had a little squabble after that. Kevin Owens left the scene. He's about to get hit with a 619. But that's how that went out. Jimmy Uso had a match with Carmelo Hayes. Those guys had a great match up until Jacob Fatu came out there with Tamatanga and attacked Jimmy Uso. I guess it's still some tension between the OG bloodline and then the possible new bloodline because Solo Sikoa appeared. He came through, but he didn't say a word. He just left. He came through and just didn't say a word and left. And then Jacob Fatu just took over, man. Jacob Fatu, like, he's really the next big thing, no pun intended. He's really the next breakout star. He's great on the mic, got hella charisma. He's just so believable, man. And everybody knew Jacob Fatu was gonna be the one prior to him coming to WWE. But as we seen it live in the flesh, on WWE is just wow. I didn't think he was gonna be this, amazing at what he does as craft, and just wrestling or whatever. But as far as like the tag team championships is concerned, um, I know DIY is the champions right now. I don't know. I know lot that's Tasma. I had a match with DIY. DIY came out on top, so they are the new number one contenders for the championships. Thanks to Pretty Deadly. I don't know what they got planned for Pretty Deadly. It seemed like DIY was trying to pretty much light a fire under them, um for them to get like serious or whatever. I don't know what they gonna. I don't know. 'Cause Pretty Deadly they are a very talented tag team. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the gimmick, but they are definitely a great tag team. I like those guys, and I just don't like the gimmick too much. But those guys are very talented. I'm not even gonna lie. They could cut decent funny promos and stuff like they entertaining. I like Pretty Deadly. I mean, I feel like they should definitely elevate those guys a little more, some way, shape, or form, or whatever. Sort of vignette for Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair brought to bring her fake ass back, so you already know what that means. It's all on who she's going after, which is pretty obvious. Who she's definitely going after. Now, if she's gonna make an appearance as of like next week, or she just gonna wait to the Women's Royal Rumble, maybe. I mean, they already spoiled it with the vignette, the promo, the video shoot. That she's coming back. I mean, we already knew Charlotte Flair was coming back anyway, so it's just we already know where this is going already, and hopefully Tiffany Scranton, which I already know Charlotte's gonna be going after, um, could come out on top because she is the young blood. Tiffany Stratton is only like 23 years old, and I believe Charlotte Flair's what 38, I believe. And she really ain't got much to prove. She's a 14, 15 time women's champion. She almost damn near up there with her dad, like already. Like, and Charlotte Flair been in. How long she been there for? At least 10. Well, I want to say it's going on 10, 12 years plus maybe. But she already accomplished enough. Then rather than she could just pass the torch or whatever. But back to the tag team thing with this. what they doing with Apollo. I don't know what they got going with Apollo Crews. I don't know this whole backstage thing with Apollo Crews. Pretty much being like the instigator or the battery in the back type of guy backstage when it comes to like pretty deadly DIY. He got attacked by Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano attacked him, laid them out right there. But I don't see where Apollo Crews fit in all this. He don't have a partner. I mean, his partner that he did have, they fired him, been Baron Corbin. And those guys could have actually did something together. But I don't know what they doing with Apollo Crews. Like I don't know. Maybe it should pay off to something. Maybe he could be a manager for one of the teams. Maybe for Pretty Deadly. I could see that happening or working out. Maybe he could be like a maybe he could help those guys. Change their image a little, maybe, or this. I don't know. Maybe they could do something with those three guys. They might as well because they're not really doing much with them anyway. They might as well try to make something out of those three guys, which they pretty much like doing already. But I don't know. I don't know. But that's besides the point. The bloodline was out there, like I said. Jacob Fatu spoke his speech. He ain't come out there to mess around, man. But then L.A. Knight came out there try to get his get back, and to no avail, man. L.A. Knight got his ass whooped. Braun Strowman tried to go out there to get some revenge too, but that was cut short as well. So it seemed like the bloodline, this new bloodline, new bloodline got some other enemies, and L.A. Knight and Braun Strowman. So, and that's not including Cody. Well, Cody Rhodes, he's been out the loop with the bloodline thing, but he's like one of the main key factors. Him and the tribal chief Roman Reigns is one of the key factors of why this whole bloodline thing is playing about to begin with. So I don't know, man. I don't know how far along they're gonna go with this. Like I said, I feel like Solo Sokoa, either he's definitely out that Jacob Fatu bloodline. Jacob Fatu, I believe, is gonna become the new leader of the new a newer bloodline, and he's gonna add like more members. Maybe Zilla Fatu. He's gonna be making his way in possibly a whole bunch of other names that could be on their way as well. But like I said, as far as Solo Sokola, he's definitely up out of there. I'm hearing he may even rejoin back the tribal chief Roman Reigns as the enforcer. Maybe, I don't know, that could be what they do with Solo Sokola, because I don't. I mean, what else can they possibly do with him on his own, or whatever the case may be? He gonna have to fit in somewhere. I mean, because him on his own is just not gonna cut it for Solo Sokola. So it's definitely some plans in the works for that. Like I said, I've been hearing he may just join back Roman Reigns, Jay, and Jimmy. He may just join back with Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? Because he tried. He he tried to hold up his end of the bargain with the Ula Follow, but he lost to the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. So that is what it is, and losing got consequences. So, and I guess in Jacob eyes, he feel like it's gonna be like a new start. Without saying it's gonna be a new start, because it was just crazy that Solo came out there, and then he didn't say anything. He just left. But I was hearing that he wasn't even supposed to even be on the show though. I guess they just had him out there just to put him out there just to say nothing, and just, I don't know. That was kind of, I don't, that was kind of weird if in itself. Like I said, Bailey and Tiffany Stratton had a match for the women's championship. Of course, Tiffany Stratton came out on top. She beat Bailey with the prettiest moonsault ever. Like I said, Tiffany Stratton is well on her way to greatness. She's still young. She still got a whole bunch of years to go within her career. So even if she was to take a couple L's, she still got time to actually pick herself right back up and right back to the top of again, because the fans are really behind Tiffany Strand, and I'm behind her too. She's very talented. Naomi and Bianca Belair had a match. They had a match. Who they fought? I forgot who they fought. It was a great tag team match. Oh, I don't know. I just find it real fishy with the whole Naomi and Bianca thing. I feel like Naomi is the one that attacked Jade Cargill, or if Naomi didn't do it, it's either Bailey or maybe uh, Bianca Belair set somebody else up to do it, because it's just something is not adding up. But then Naomi's saying she talked to what was it, Atlas, not Atlas, Aldous, and still no leads to who attacked Jade Cargill. Of course, she would come back and say something like that. That's just my humble opinion. I think Naomi was the one that attacked Jade Cargill to take her spotlight as the women's tag team champion, which her and Bianca Belair look well as a team than Jade Cargill and Bianca did. I'm not even gonna lie. They look well put together as a team than when Bianca was with Jay. Yeah, they was more of a powerhouse team, but I don't know. I feel like the chemistry with Naomi and Bianca Belair is 10 times better than was with Jay Cargill, and I'm just, and I believe the fans is starting to see that as well, and I'm pretty sure everybody else in the wrestling world, and or whoever is seeing it as well, not just me. So I don't know. I still feel like Naomi is the one that attacked Jay. They're gonna have some type of footage or something that shows us what really went down. I don't know when they're gonna release that footage or whatever. When they gonna spill the beans or the tea on who did what. It's gonna come to fruition soon. It's just on how long they gonna play this thing out for, like maybe before the Rumble or a little after the Rumble, leading up to WrestleMania season. Maybe they trying to set up a match between Jade Cargill and maybe Bianca Belair, or hell, even Naomi. I don't know. We gonna have to wait and see how that unfolds, because we still don't know exactly who attacked Jade Cargill. We just at this point just still speculating. It happened about what, a month, 2 months ago, and there's still no possible leads to anything on who did what and who saw what. So it's just like a matter of time. It's just how long they plan on planning this out. They need to just get to it already. So we could sort this thing out on who attacked Jay Cargill. But they taking their time for a reason, I guess. They taking their time for a reason. Um, yeah, it was SmackDown. Like, you missed it. It wasn't such a high show. We want to talk a little bit about Corey Graves, man. I feel for Corey Graves. He is very great at what he does on commentary and stuff like that. And for him to be bumped down to like NXT, I can understand why he will feel some type of way about that. Especially for always being bumped down every time Pat McAfee come into town or whatever. He feel like he's just as good as a Pat McAfee or anything. He's been holding it down on Raw, and I remember him on a couple SmackDown shows too. He feel like, I guess he feel like he's more than just NXT. He could host a Netflix show on Raw now, which I feel he could, and he could deliver. Tori Crazy is definitely good at what he does, and like I said, I can understand why he feels some type of way. I know a lot of people feel like he should be happy getting a check, this, that, and third, or whatever. But I mean, when you work hard at your craft, and especially what he went through to get to where he was at, and to be bumped back down, I can understand why he feels some type of way. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about SmackDown and about the Corey Graves situations. Like, share, comment, subscribe.